The vaccine known as Mosquirix or RTSS was developed by GlaxoSmithKline and was approved by the European Medicines Agency in 2015.
As much of a milestone as it is an imperfect vaccine against a complex disease. But it's also a vaccine that has significant potential to save lives and deliver on the health aspirations that we have for all children around the world.
Malawi is the first country of 3 in Africa which the vaccine RTSS will be made available to children up to 2 years of age. Ghana and Kenya will introduce the vaccine in the coming weeks.
Malaria is a huge public health problem in Malawi. We see about 6 million cases each year, and we register close to 3,000 deaths each year. And per day, I would say we register about 8 deaths every day.
It took GSK and partners more than 30 years to develop the vaccine at a cost of around $1 billion. RTSS is the first and to date the only vaccine that has demonstrated it can significantly reduce malaria in children. In clinical trials, the vaccine was found to prevent approximately 4 in 10 malaria cases, including 3 in 10 cases of life-threatening severe malaria.
The question could be, well, why not wait until we have something better? Well, and the answer to that is because we know we're dealing with a very, very hard organism. And that's why I mentioned before this is the first vaccine against a human malaria parasite. Parasites are really complex organisms, much more so than a virus or a bacteria.
A previous trial showed the vaccine was about 30% effective in children who got 4 doses, but that protection waned over time. Alonso called the vaccination rollout a historical moment.
I always remember when 30 years ago, we, as many others, were developing insecticide-treated bed nets, they were met with similar skepticism. Oh, they only prevented 40% of clinical malaria. Oddly enough, the same level that this vaccine provides.
The malaria vaccine pilot aims to reach about 360,000 children per year across the 3 countries. Ministries of Health will determine where the vaccine will be given. They will focus on areas with moderate to high malaria transmission where the vaccine can have the greatest impact. Nigeria is the country that can well benefit from this WHO-coordinated pilot program. Nigeria is part of 5 countries that account for nearly half of all malaria cases worldwide, with a whopping 25%. That's nearly 50% of all cases globally. Nigeria faces nearly 110 million clinically diagnosed cases of malaria per year. It contributes to 11% of maternal mortality and 30% of hospitalization for children under 5. Nigeria, alongside Madagascar and the Democratic Republic of Congo, had the highest estimated increases in malaria, all being greater than 500,000 cases. Nigeria also leads in the 53% of all malaria deaths globally, which according to analysis makes it part of 11 high-burden countries. Some populations in Nigeria face low access to treatment, like the Northeast, due to insurgencies and attacks on health workers. Some rural communities require special measures, like boats or camels, to assess, thus making routine service difficult. The nomadic population has no fixed location, making them hard to reach. Also, they believe fever is a Fulani illness that needs no cure. They prefer private medicine vendors and avoid health facilities. Malaria control in Nigeria is guided by national malaria strategic plans. The goal of the NMSP is to reduce malaria burden to pre-elimination levels and bring malaria-related mortality to 0 using a set of strategic objectives. Folake, Adesugba, Arise News.